All right, ladies, this is the workout for day 2. This is your metabolic circuit. Now, if you want to do an additional day during the week, obviously we start at 3, this is a workout that you can repeat and you can do it again. The format of this video is going to be different than your lower body and upper body videos. I'm not going to do rounds with you, but what you can do is as you're on your rest periods, you can pause and play the video so that you remember what exercise comes next. I'm just going to walk you through each of these, make sure that you know the proper form, and then you can go for it. These are 3 rounds. You're going to do each exercise for 40 seconds, and then you're going to take a 20-second break. So make sure that you have water, a towel or a mat, and a timer. So we're going to start with the first one, which is a thruster. I'm going to use the black band. You can use the red band or your light dumbbells, whatever one you need. Remember, step on this about hip width apart. My palm goes up underneath the band on both sides, and I'm going to push my elbows out just a little bit. Keep the band away from my body, take some of the pressure off my hands. And then all you're going to do is you're going to squat, press up overhead. Squat and press. Okay? So for 40 seconds, you're going to do just that exercise, and then you're going to take a 20-second break. The next one is going to be the lunges, which you've done before. These are just with body weight. So here you can have your hands behind your head or on your waist. You're going to lunge, keep both your knees at 90 degrees, and alternate. So throughout the 40 seconds, you're going to alternate. And I'll show you again from the side. It's down, step back, and across. The next one is the jackknife. And again, as you're going through this workout, you can always pause it, watch my version while you're on a break, and then start your own station. So the jackknife, start with the half jack if you need to. You can just lift your legs up, palms are up over your head, and you're going to reach and touch. And if you feel comfortable, lower the legs, and the legs and the toes are going to meet. Up and back. This is where it's really nice to have the mat or the towel down. Just have it ready so that when you come to this part, you can use it. All right. The next is the high pull. I'm going to use the black band again. Hip width apart. This time the palms are going to grab the band facing towards you, so my hand is actually facing me. And I'm just going to grab the band on both sides, stand nice and tall, and I'm going to pull up to my shoulders. Now obviously we're going to go through all these moves together, so you can always ask questions. That's all it is, nice shoulder movement. The next one is the squat. And again, you obviously don't have to use the same bands that I'm using. Use whatever you feel comfortable with. Remember that there is an alternative to hold the band in front of you. I prefer to put it right across the shelf of my shoulders and then pull it down under my feet. Remember, the band should never, ever, ever rest on your neck. Should always be across your shoulders. And then you're just going to squat and push. Make sure at the top, push your hips all the way through. Squeeze with your butt. Down and up. And also with the squats, especially if you put it across your shoulders, make sure you step off with your feet first. Don't try to pull it up over your head. The next is leg raises. So you're going to be back on that mat again. Go ahead and place your hands underneath your tailbone. Give your low back a little bit of support. And you're just going to lift. That's all it is. Nice and slow on the way down. You're not going to go all the way to the floor. And up. You want to make that a little harder? Lift and then try to touch the ceiling. Lift and touch. All right, the last one is the row. And you've seen my version with the wall attachments. I'm going to use the bent row on this one. It's a little easier when you're doing a circuit because you don't have to move around as much. Again, hip width. I'm grabbing the outside of the band, thumbs up. I'm going to grab closer to my feet, but remember, I'm sinking into my hips, my chest is nice and proud, and I'm pulling to my chest. Your thumb should come right to about where your bra line is. And if that's too hard, just move your hands up the band. And that makes it a little easier. This one's really easy to adjust. All right, then we got the lateral lunges. We've done these as part of the warm-up. These are actually going to be part of your exercise now. It's 10 on each side. Well, not 10, excuse me, 40 seconds. So you're here, and then you're going to alternate. Same with the regular lunge. And back. And remember, I'm still keeping my knee over my foot, and I'm stretching right on the inside of my thigh. Last one is the plank. This one is the one you don't have to move very much. Now this one you can also do from your knees. Again, my body's nice and straight. You don't want any of this. You want to be down here, or you can come up on your toes. And you're literally just going to hold that position for 40 seconds. So there's 3 rounds of that. Again, you can always do more rounds if you have the time, you want to do a little extra. Now the last one on your workout program that you see is called a Palov press. The reason it's called that is because the man that pioneered these, his last name was Palov. Ironic. This is a really good core exercise, particularly if you have any low back pain. All you're going to do, and this is after your circuit, so you're going to be like me, you're going to be a little out of breath. Nice wide stance, my feet are outside my hips, knees are over my feet, my chest is nice and proud. You're just going to take the band, you're going to press and hold. So you want this to be attached to a doorknob or a wall. You're going to hold for 10 seconds, bring it in, press and hold. So when it says 3 by 30 seconds, those are each 10-second holds. And then you're going to turn around and do it the other way. Same thing. And back. And with this one, if you're stepping out really far and it's too tough, you can always just take a step in. It's going to make it a little bit lighter. Now here, what you want to be careful of is you don't want to be pushing this way. And you also don't want to be leaning. You want to be nice and centered. Have a mirror handy if you can. And press, you want it to be straight out in front of you. 3 sets of 30 seconds on each side. And that is the end of day 2.